You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's The Real Housewives of Miami After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Miami After Show.
A little music to get everybody in the mood. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, guys. This is Real Housewives of Miami. Bing is for doing, and we, of course, are here doing another after show for you guys. It's season 3, the premiere episode. This is episode 1, Til Lies Do Us Part. I'm your host, Michelle Renee, joined with the lovely and fabulous
Jake DuPree. Hi, guys. I'm so excited about this show.
Yes, we haven't been here in a while.
Yes, Miami has been it's been a long time since we've been here. This was like last fall.
Yeah, and we're back. And I'm actually really excited
Me too.
to be here and talk about this and get to dissect every little second of every episode of this season of this show.
First show together.
I know.
Yes.
It is.
Yay, memories.
All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into this. Our first topic of the night is going to be overall impressions. A few things have changed since last season. Number one, the cast.
They really axed some people on this
Yes.
show. I mean, they're still there in some capacity, but not like a full housewife. They don't get their own little.
They don't get their own intro. They're not. There's only 5 people. So we've got Alexia, Lisa, Adriana, Lea, and Joanna. Okay.
I mean, they're the most memorable, I think, of the group. I kind of wish Anna was still there. I did like her because that reunion, I was like, whoo, all right. Remember, she was like going after Lea.
Yeah. And I think that was her purpose at the reunion
She's
because she
probably like,
kind of knew
I'm trying to get my next season.
she was trying to get her next season. What I find interesting is that it seems like Marisol and Anna kind of included Alexia for the drama in their parts last season. And now she kind of took their jobs.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's any animosity there or if
Well, I think Alexia said that she didn't want to do the show because her son, she was like worried about his recovery and she didn't want to worry about filming so much. So I guess that makes sense that she wouldn't be on last season. But I'm glad she's on this season because she is beautiful. Like, I just think she's gorgeous. I think she's drumming a little bit. Okay, like, oh my God. Like, that's how she talks all the time. But I don't know. I think that she is good for the show.
Okay.
You don't think so?
I mean, I think she's definitely good for the show. I think she's definitely going to bring the drama. I don't see her being one of my favorite characters, though. I think it's going to be like a...
Who's your... okay, let's go. Who's your favorite so far?
I like Lisa. I think she's a really genuine person, and we're going to get a little bit into this later, I suppose, but with her whole struggle with fertility, it makes her, you know... really likable, and so I like Lisa.
I'm like, her appearance might not be completely real, but I think she's the realest of these 5 women. Yeah, I just think she's so cool and seems down to earth. Like, she has a grip on reality a little bit. Some of these girls are a little bit cuckoo crazy.
Speaking of people that don't necessarily have a grip on reality and aren't real, what happened to Karen?
What happened to Karen?
I'm most disappointed that she's not on the show anymore. Yes, especially because everyone disliked her so much. I think she was really good for the show, which makes me wonder, was it her decision to leave, or was Bravo like, we don't want you? Because I think it's personally her decision.
I have a little scoop on it.
You do?
Yes.
We're going to save it to News and Gossip, or you want to share it now?
We can have like a little like exclusive or whatever.
Okay.
But my
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
That's right.
All right, here we go.
That's right. It's all real. Well, I think I made this apparent last season whenever we were shooting this, but I work at a gym, and Joanna goes to that gym, and one of my friends who works at the front desk, he talked to her about the new season, and he was like, I love the promo, you know, like with the crumbling letters and like the wedding and stuff. That was really cool. He was like, that was so cool that Bravo did that. And she was like, oh, yeah. And he asked her, he was like, why isn't Karen on it? And she said she wasn't offered to come back.
Wow.
Because she had no drama and she had nothing to bring to the storyline. And I was shocked by that because everyone hated her. But then again, I guess that makes sense because she's not bringing anything to, like, her life is probably not that interesting to film. Her with the other women is interesting, but like she also has to film by herself too. So that makes sense.
I think she wasn't open enough. And when you're on a reality show, you can't, she had a facade up the entire time. And even though she kind of had the drama with the Rodolfo situation, she wasn't, willing to let the audience in. So they're not going to take a liking to her and she's not going to get her job.
Yeah. I mean, like if you're going to be on a reality show, like at least show, like be real. I mean, I know there's like, of course, a little bit of scripted moments and produced moments, but still, you still got to come with your full self. And I don't think she was willing to show her full self. It was always like that stupid smile and that's it.
Well, with 2 weddings this season, I would assume maybe we would catch a glimpse of her.
We are gonna see her a little bit. I do know that. So that'll be cool.
So. All right. Well, besides the cast, there have been some production changes, obviously.
Yeah.
So what did you think of those?
I am absolutely in love with this interesting like shot quality. I think first of all their confessionals are beautiful because the lighting is like this front on light right in their face and they look so nice, like so pretty. But I like at the beginning all that the kind of like close up on like a shoe when they were talking about Adriana. They showed her like getting ready. I was like, this is like a telenovela, and I was I liked it. I think it's kind of cool because Miami, had a rough start first season and no one really watched it, so they had to kind of revamp it. And I'm glad that they're kind of setting themselves apart from all the other housewives. I'm like, I think some of the housewives could take shot quality notes from this production crew. So I like the Purveyors of Pop. I think that they are awesome. That's the production company that does Real Housewives of Miami, Atlanta, and New Jersey. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. You know how most seasons of Housewives, you'll see cast members get like makeovers between the seasons and they come back looking better. And it's like all of these women pretty much still look the same. Doesn't look like anyone got any work done, but they all look better and like
gorgeous.
More fabulous because the lighting and the shots that they're using. So kudos to Purveyors of Pop for making everybody look banging.
Yeah.
I need some of that in my life.
I was like, y'all need to do my reality show so I can look good.
Follow me around with a camera and get me. So anything else to say about your overall first impressions?
I mean, how do you feel about them? There just being 5 housewives. It's been a long time since we've seen such a small cast of any housewives. I think Atlanta started with 5. But Miami, I mean, they've all usually start out with 6 or 7 people. It's kind of interesting. I'm like, are they going to have enough stuff? Obviously, because they're, but it just makes me nervous, like having just 5 women.
Is it maybe a monetary thing? If there are only 5 official housewives, they only have to pay them?
I mean, that's true. And I know Marisol and Anna, and they're all going to be still on there.
And they still want to be seen. So even if they're not necessarily getting paid, they're going to still want to be filmed. So
yeah, it's good for business.
Yeah, it's good for business. They still get their drama, they still get their show, and they don't have to shell out as much money. So
I like it.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
Okay, well, our second topic is the Adriana Frederick marriage, not marriage.
What is this?
Yeah,
yes.
What in God's name? So pretty much, as you guys saw on the show, there was some tabloid drama that revealed she had been married not for a couple months or anything, but for 5 years, since 2008.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What did you think about it, Drake?
I mean,
Drake.
I do.
Drake.
It's fine. I'll go with that. Just as long as Amanda Bynes tweets me and like about me, that's fine.
No new friends. No new friends.
I like that. I don't know. I know this is going to get blown out of proportion the entire season. Like, this is going to cause so much drama. It's already causing drama. But the fact is, I do agree with Adriana. I'm like, she didn't have the official wedding, like an actual ceremony, so it doesn't feel like you're married. I mean, I know some people, it's just like they get the certificate and that's it and like whatever. But like, some people really let that ceremony be the moment that really says, hey, I'm married, and I think, and honestly, it's probably in the back of her mind, she doesn't even realize that she is married. I honestly believe that.
Well, I agree that the wedding ceremony is a huge part of, nuptials in America and in many cultures. But I think that she should have just been honest about that fact. I don't
said-
understand why she wouldn't just be like, oh, yeah, well, Frederick and I are legally married, but I'm not going to count it until we have the
ceremony.
ceremony. She could have said that. And the whole I did this for my son thing, I didn't really buy that just because she was living with him. Like, if you want to shelter your son and you want to protect him from feeling sad or anxious or whatever because he has this new man in his life, then why are you living with the man?
That's true, because the kid's probably like already super used to it. So but do we know if they were living together back then though?
I don't.
I mean, I don't know.
I would assume they were, but maybe not, especially considering that Lea had to give her money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you're married to someone who's supposed to have enough coins to be able to like rebuild this yacht, you would think he would be able to take care of her financially.
Yeah, that's true. So I think, she was probably going through like single motherhood for a while.
For a while. Maybe they were married but living separate places.
I think Lea is, I just think she's such a little see you next Tuesday sometimes. I don't know. I just think that I think she's always tries to look for someone to mess up so she can be like, oh, I hate them so much, like with her stupid accent. I don't know. I really don't. I think she's awesome for reality TV. I just don't care for her personally.
She reminds me of Vicky.
Oh,
Gunvalson.
yeah, completely.
Like they're both the oldest. Like they're both kind of hypocritical, which I did not realize how much Lea is a hypocrite until Adriana made the point later in the episode. She's like, she got mad at me for not defending her with Anna, whatever. But she didn't say anything when Joanna like smacked her in the head.
And Joanna and her weren't friends.
Yeah. So that was a really good point. And I don't know. I like Lea though. I think she's really funny.
I think she's good. She's great for reality TV. I just personally just don't care for. I feel like in a social situation, if I was like around her, I'd be like, "You're obnoxious." Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's how I feel. But I do see her side with the Adriana thing, being like, I helped her with money, like I helped kind of like shelter her and basically like provided her livelihood a little bit because buying art and buying the jewelry and stuff. But I don't know. It's tough because I like Adriana so much. I do like her, and I don't know. It's just tough. It makes me like, I just don't know what to say. Yeah, I can't.
You have to.
We have to. We kind of do.
Well, I'm Team Lea. I think you can be
I'll be Team Adriana. I'll be that.
All right, we'll see. Mm-hmm. See how it goes.
It's going to be a hot damn mess the whole season, I have a feeling.
Yeah. How do you think Lisa... Okay, there's clearly like two different teams forming.
Yep.
So what are the teams? It's...
Joanna and Lea and Adriana and Alexia with Lisa in the middle.
Mm-hmm. How is that going to work out?
I think Lisa's ultimately going to end up on Adriana's team because she was in Adriana's wedding as a bridesmaid.
She was? Okay.
Yeah.
More news and gossip.
Yeah, more news and gossip.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was like they were in Touch Weekly or something. Okay. So it was like, it's not like super like
it's
flash.
Not super new. I'm just behind.
But yeah, I mean, so I think that Lisa is, obviously she has issues with Joanna because Joanna obviously didn't talk to her while they weren't in production, and they show that whenever Joanna comes to visit Lisa in the kitchen, and she's like, "Why don't you ever text me back?" And she's like, "I do text you back," and I'm like, "Joanna, you were not that in demand."
Yeah,
like, I don't know why she's like
shady moment there.
It was weird,
and I don't know what that was all about. She's like, "I have a job," like, wow. I mean,
I was like, Lisa used to have a job. It might have been a stripper, but at least she had a job. She was paying her rent. I mean, Joanna was doing basically the same thing. Like, she's a model, so...
I mean, it was just a dig, and if someone's supposed to be your friend, even if you haven't spoken to them,
don't
throw shade their way. I didn't like that. That was a moment where I kind of, wasn't feeling Joanna too much.
I feel like I was hoping that maybe this season we would see a change in Joanna, like, I don't know, with attitude or something. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, she does seem a lot happier in her personal relationship.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't care for her.
You're just not feeling her.
I think she's beautiful.
Yes.
So hot.
Like
so hot. But I wish she was awesome to match her hotness. But she's not.
Pretty on the outside, ugly.
Like, take a note from Lisa. She's beautiful on the outside. She's beautiful on the inside. I think. I love her.
Also, the team, like, Marisol or.
I think she'll be on Adriana's team.
Yeah, no, totally. But I'm saying like that whole team has more people. So
yeah,
that I don't know that.
So Lea and Joanna, they can just go live on their island by themselves. Sorry.
Because you don't like them. So
No.
my team only has like 2 people on it, and yours has like 2.
Vote off.
Okay, perfect. So
Power in numbers.
I'm losing. Anyway, what should they do if they want to tell us whose team they're on?
Oh, if you are on a certain team, please head over to iTunes or on YouTube if you're watching us there and give us a rating. Give us your feedback. If you like it, give us a little feedback. If you don't like it, you can give us some feedback, I guess, too. But yeah, we would appreciate 5 stars if you'd like to give us. And if you also want to listen to it on your phone, you can download the app Podcast, and that's podcast with an S. And you can download it, and it just is downloaded straight to your phone whenever it becomes available online. So yeah, just head over and give us a little shout out.
Yeah,
boop, boop.
We'd love to hear your opinions. I'm sure there's lots more things that you're thinking about at home that we might skip over or anything. So
Yeah.
And we can definitely come back next week to topics
talk
that we
about
may
it.
have missed or anything. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to share your thoughts with us, guys.
Don't be a stranger.
Yes. don't pull a Lisa and don't pull a Joanna Lisa and not hit us up.
Not talk to
From
us.
from this week to next week. All right. So wrapping up the episode, there was, of course, like there always is, this staged party event, little tea time. I have to get everyone together. Event at Lisa's house. She calls Lenny and is like, I'm so stressed out. Like, I have all these people doing things for me. And he's really cute. I liked that moment. He's like, I know you're stressed out, baby, or bear, or something. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like, I love it.
I like them. I feel like last season really even brought them closer together, too, especially watching it back. Because he came off sometimes kind of like a hard ass about the whole baby situation, like being hard on her. But I think that they've grown a lot.
And where's Daisy? We see her a little bit in the preview, so she's definitely going to be around.
I was shocked that she wasn't shown in this. Like, I love her. She's so fun.
I do, too.
She's cute and, like, silly.
Everyone has, like, their little sidekick that, like, Leah's sidekick is Freda.
Yeah, I love her.
Joanna's sidekick was Marta, but I don't know who it's going to be now because she is
the heir,
off
because that's all she hangs around with.
She's off in Pennsylvania. Who else? Alexia's sidekick, maybe her mom.
Oh, yeah. We see
that
her
we
mom.
meet, who's kind of like a
She's
new.
fun.
She's kind of like maybe a new,
Mama Elsa.
younger
like a hot
Mama Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her.
Yeah,
so
I did
think
too.
we're gonna get a lot from her.
Yeah.
And so Daisy is, of course, Lisa's sidekick. So we'll see her in a few episodes, I guess. But getting back on topic, so everyone comes over to Lisa's house, except for Lea. She doesn't show up. What did you think of Lisa's decision not to tell?
I thought that was weird. I was like, why not just come out with it? But I guess she wanted to wait till everyone was there. I don't know. That was strange.
Yeah.
They were all like, I don't know where she is. And then she was like, she called me and she said she's not going to be coming, like an hour ago. And they were all like, what?
Yeah. Or I at least expected her to maybe tell, like, Joanna, or maybe tell a few people, like, oh, well, she's not
coming. And then Joanna supposedly knew, too.
Knew already, you know? So that was weird.
That was a production
value. Yeah, exactly, for production value. Like, you can't tell them until the very last minute when Adriana's, like, sweating bullets because she thinks that, Leah's going to come and, like, scream on her. So.
But I was kind of shocked that, I feel like Lea likes the camera time a little bit, so I was shocked that she didn't show up to this. It makes me wonder if she was actually ever invited, if they didn't want her to show up so it could be, like, become, like, a thing.
Mm-hmm. Or, yeah, it's because...
Yeah.
Obviously, there's tension there. These two, as in Adriana and Lisa, haven't really spoken. So whenever they do see each other, sparks will fly. Heads will roll.
Yeah.
So I think the longer that tension builds, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like a snowball effect. So I think by why ever she didn't come, maybe she wasn't invited, or maybe production told her to stay at home for this one. Maybe she was there and, like, hiding in the bushes or something. Like, you never know. Like, weird thing.
Situation.
Yeah. She got to the door and they told her to turn around. They're like, no, we've decided we don't want you in the shot. Like, you never know how these things work.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's definitely going to make for better television.
Oh, for sure.
Make for more drama.
But, yeah, I was anxious to hear Adriana defend herself about the marriage certificate, because Lisa was very honest and asked her about it. Well, that was in the past scene, but not at this specific moment. But then Joanna, of course, brings up, she's like, why would you not tell everyone that you're married for 5 years? Mm-hmm. And Adriana's like, well, I didn't have a ceremony, so it doesn't even count. So I don't know.
But then she made the comment, she goes, Well, Lea knew because she was
My maid of honor.
My maid of honor. Like, wait, what? I thought there was no ceremony. Was she?
Yeah.
Did she go to the courthouse with you, or
I think it was like if she was gonna get married.
if she was gonna get married?
You're my maid of honor.
Okay. So do you think that Lea knew, or you think that she knew?
I don't know. I don't know, because like, why would she? Because I feel like Leah's very like, she has kind of like diary of the mouth sometimes, and so it just comes out lots of things. And I feel like she would have said that she has to be her maid of honor, you know, like that kind of thing.
You're married.
You're married, yeah, something like that. So I don't know. It's just interesting, but it'd be really. It makes me question if it's like a fake thing that they're fighting for production, because if Leah supposedly knew, you know, maybe they were like, don't act like you know, so that it can be really interesting, really juicy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. Like,
it's tough. It's a tough call.
It is.
I mean, well, I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure Adriana's going to bring that up to her. Because it's like, I mean, like, that's her whole argument. She's like, you knew the entire time. So, I mean, and I'm sure Leah probably did know. I just don't know why maybe she's feeling, because remember at the reunion, she was like, I'm stuck between the two of you. Like, one of you thinks I'm on the other side, and the other one thinks I'm on this side.
Speaking to who?
To Joanna and Adriana, saying to both of them, like, I don't know whose side to be on, because both of you think that I'm on the other side, so I'm always in the wrong, in your opinion. And so maybe she's, like, having to choose a side. And she's like, probably Adriana was maybe a little bit more aggressive about her choosing Joanna's side. So Lea was like, oh, I'm just going to have a reason to not like you. You know?
I mean, I don't like Adriana, I just call her Adriana, but I'm not really that big a fan of hers, but I agree that, like, longevity means a lot and loyalty does. Yeah. So, I mean.
And she even admitted, she was like, when Lea was against Marisol, I backed Lea up and I didn't like you and I said mean things and I've apologized and said that I was wrong. So, Adriana, I feel like when Adriana's got someone's back, she's got someone's back. And she's not going to back down from that. But I understand, like, lying to a really good friend is also really tough, too.
Yeah.
If it's a lie. If it turns out to be a lie. So.
I don't know. Who's lying?
Who's lying, boo?
I don't know. So, Adriana and Joanna, they greeted each other.
Yeah. Handshake, a
handshake.
Sissy handshake, like.
Yeah, and then commented, well, I don't like you. I'm not going to give you a hug, but you do look fabulous.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was funny. Like,
they both do look really good,
they
though,
do,
this season.
Which is fine. You don't have to like me. Just think I'm pretty. You
yeah.
know? I
guess that's all that matters.
I don't hate it. But I thought it was interesting that Joanna mentioned the tweet and how, you know, she beat me to the tweet. I guess Adriana beat her to the insulting tweet. Yeah. So.
It's interesting. I mean, like, I feel like their beef is a little bit done, but they're having to, like, play it up a little bit, which I understand. But I feel like they'll just never, ever, like, really like each other because they're so different, but also very the same. I don't know. So I'm not surprised that they still don't like each other.
I would originally think that it would be Joanna to be the one to hold the grudge and not let it go. But if what she said about the tweet was true, then that would be Adriana being the one kind of still stirring the pot and not letting things go.
And I think that retweet happened like right after the reunion. So, you know, they're watching all those like catty remarks about each other, and those two went crazy.
Yeah, because that's been like
time.
So social media can just get you
so
crazy
it's so funny.
It's
so funny seeing the progression of Housewives too, because their arguments were like, social media wasn't a big thing when it first started, but now that it's such a huge thing, they like mention it all the time. Like, she defriended me on Twitter and blocked me on Twitter, and I'm like,
she retweeted so and so, she responded to so and so,
like,
she beat me to the tweet.
It's like online petty high school. It's just so stupid. But I understand. I get where they're coming from. I guess I'll give it to them.
I do too. If someone like tweeted something mean about me, I would
that'd be not
sad.
Nice. Yeah.
So. And I would probably respond too. Like,
really?
Oh, certainly.
Get a little dirty?
Yeah.
That's okay.
I don't, Maybe I'm not the most mature person ever. That's fine. I can live with that.
We all live.
Well, kind of winding the episode down was like a sadder moment that I wasn't really aware of.
Yeah.
Again, I've been in the dark apparently since last season. But they mentioned Mama Elsa and how she, I guess, wasn't doing so well. She had a health scare. The maid walked in, found her on the ground. with a head injury.
That makes me sad.
Had to get emergency surgery. It makes me very sad.
But it's also, that's a common concern with older people. Like,
people.
If they're alone, and they fall, who are they gonna? They can't call for help or anything, or get up or whatever. So that's really scary. And I don't like that. I like Mama Elsa a lot. I think she's really fun.
Do we know how old Mama Elsa is? Because I think she might not be that old.
I feel like she's actually not that old.
But she just kind of, she's had a lot of plastic surgeries in the past. They didn't really go as she had probably expected them to.
So it advances her age. It looks like she's a lot older.
Yeah.
I think she's probably like 70s, like mid-70s.
But still maybe
still young.
but still maybe needing someone to be there with her. And I mean, Marisol's not married, so why don't they live together? No?
No. Hire help.
No.
You wouldn't let your mom move in with you?
Most certainly. Like, your mother took care of you when you were like a kid,
I mean,
and like wiped your butt and like.
I know, but if she lived like close to you, I think that'd be okay. I mean, I love my mom and I would like to spend all the time with her, but I also want my own private life too.
I would totally let my mom move in with me, Lynn. I would
Lynn.
totally. That's my mom. I would totally let you move in with me.
Dee, I will let you live beside me, like close, really close, like 2 minutes away.
He will build a guest house for you.
Guest quarters in the back, so I can have like my own space.
Poor
I
Dee
do
Dee.
love you though.
Dee Dee, you can come live with me and Lynn.
If I'm paying for it, she'll do whatever I want. Okay.
All right, so Jake, you're our news and gossip guy. So
yes.
we see Elsa later in the episode. Well, in the previews they did, we see her. So I'm assuming she bounced back. Do we have any other update on her health, or do we know what's going on with that?
I don't have any updates on her health, but I do know that she's doing fine. She didn't
dead.
pass away like they were kind of hinting at during the previews. But so let's get into some news and gossip.
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, this is like the juiciest one that I have so far. But earlier today, like maybe like 4 o'clock here, so that would be like 7 o'clock for them. So it was right before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Joanna and Lea are in New York doing Watch What Happens Live, and I'm anxious to see what they say on there. But Lisa tweeted Joanna, "You need to stop fucking," excuse me for the language, but this is a tweet, it's a quote, "Stop fucking talking about me and saying that I'm pregnant. That's really effed up." And I mean, she went off on her, like off. And then Joanna was like, "I'm sorry for overstepping my boundaries. Like, I would love to talk to you whenever we get back home, whenever I get back to Miami." So I don't know what's happening there, but obviously they are not in a good place because Lisa was mad. And Lisa has a very even-tempered person, so this was not good.
Wow.
This
Well, I
was
mean,
not
yeah. I mean,
good.
if you've been trying to get pregnant and you weren't able to, and then someone tweets that you are, or was she tweeted, or she said it in a quote,
in an interview or
in an
something?
interview or
I don't
something?
know.
And the thing with, she already said she miscarried, so when you have miscarried and you don't tell people that you're pregnant until like,
And she's had like
month 3 or something.
Yeah. So it
until
has to
it
be
really
like,
sticks. So maybe that's why she was so angry about it.
That's really, I mean, that's not Joanna's business to say
Yeah.
in the first place. So I feel bad for Lisa. So I hope that they get that worked out. I'm anxious to see. I'm sure they'll bring that up tonight, maybe, because Andy always brings up those like scandalous tweets or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was an article on Reality T. If you look it up, just Google it or whatever. And Karen gave a statement about the new season. She said she is very thankful to not be back. So, I mean,
even though she got kicked off,
even though she didn't get asked back, which is fine, I guess. But it's just like interesting that she would say that she's thankful to not be back, because you know that she is like probably kicking herself in the butt, being like, I should have brought the drama instead of like being
She's
boring.
at home like watching TV with popcorn.
And then Alexia's son has been arrested again for weed possession. So, I mean, it's a lot. I think that's a lot less of a charge than his previous things, like punching a homeless man and like all that stupid stuff. But yeah, he's like going to court and stuff for it. So I mean, it's like, it's not a good thing. I don't know what it is with him. What's going on? Like, why does he behave so badly?
Just a rich kid with too much money and
too much leeway.
Doesn't have anything to do. And someone mentioned that I guess Lea had made a comment
saying
that she needs to get out of the mirror and stop, pay
be a
attention
good
to her
mother.
kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying that I agree with that statement necessarily.
Yeah.
But it does kind of concern me that she has a son that's still recovering from his accident, and then has another son who is clearly off the chain and out of the yard, and she chose to come back on the show.
Yeah, and just show that Like, that's got to be tough.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, her reality, and I'm sure that lots of people go through stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting to see.
But
yeah.
how much time can you put into your kids when you constantly have to get ready to film? You have to get ready for events.
And she also
you have to
is
keep
running
up
that magazine, too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that was the best decision, but,
interesting.
I'm not trying to
But yes,
walk
that's
a
all.
mile in your shoes.
I'm really happy about these women because there's always some news and gossip. So that's it for this episode. Boop.
Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Woo. My prediction is that Lisa is going to completely, like, hate Joanna, but I think it's going to be completely Joanna's doing. I think Joanna's going to make a fool out of herself with this wedding. I think Adriana's wedding is going to come off beautiful. And if you've seen the pictures, Adriana's wedding is Great Gatsby themed, and it is gorgeous. So pretty. Like, unbelievably beautiful. And Joanna's dress is a little tickety-tack for me.
That's what I mean. I would imagine, just because if you look at the two women side by side and compare them, Adriana is a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more old Hollywood glamour, and Joanna's kind of like, bling bling, that more Miami, I guess.
Yeah, like spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Joanna's trendier, so it's like for the moment it's like really hot, but looking back at those pictures like 20 years later, she's gonna be like, why did I wear that dress? Yeah. And Adriana's gonna be like, I look damn good. So, and it's always gonna look good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I have a similar prediction, just that this whole season is going to be like Bride Wars, the movie, and it's just gonna be Battle of the Weddings. It's always gonna come back to the weddings, and I mean, I guess I would assume the weddings are gonna be towards the end, if not the finale.
For sure.
So we'll have to wait until.
And I know that Adriana got married like a month or two before Joanna did, so I'm sure Adriana's will come first.
Yeah. Would you have pushed your date back if your rival was getting married, or would you have changed the date?
No, I would have been like, mine's going to be first so that everyone comes to my wedding, and it's just so sick of weddings by the time they come to yours, so.
All right, well, where can everybody find you, Jake?
You can find me on Twitter at Jake_DuPree and on Instagram at Jake DuPree.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Michelle Renee LA. And you can find us here next week for another episode of Real Housewives in Miami. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the host only, do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or participants.